Welcome to Social Study Lesson Class 7, and today's topic we are going to learn about physical environment. Now, physical environment is the first topic in Class 7, and we are going to look at the position, shape, and size of Africa. The position, shape, and size of Africa. Now, you are aware that Africa is having 7 continents in the world. There are 7 continents in the world, whereby Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. So that's a question that can come in the exam. Which one is the largest continent? Now the largest continent is Asia. Then we followed by Africa. Now the smallest continent is called Australia and New Zealand. That is what is called the smallest continent in terms of size. Now, the size of Africa in terms of kilometers square, Africa is about 30,335 kilometers square. Africa is about 30,335 kilometers square. Based on other continents, we also have Africa, which is the largest, Asia, which is the largest, having 43,608,000 kilometers square. Then we have also Africa at 30,335,000 kilometer square. The second continent, the third continent is North America, which is 25,349,000 kilometer square. While the fourth one we have South America, which is 17,611,000 kilometer square. Now that is how the continents goes up to the smallest one, which is Australia, and we have said Australia is 7,682,000 kilometer square. Now, the continent of Africa lies between the longitudes 17 degrees west and 52 degrees west. Now, some people may not know longitudes. What are longitude, class? Now, longitudes are imaginary lines which runs from North Pole to South Pole. Normally, longitudes are used to locate. These ones are used to tell time. They normally used to tell time. So longitudes are almost always used to tell time. And they are also used to locate the places together with the latitude. And the latitudes are now the lines which are moving from west to east. They run from west to east. So this in Africa lies between 37 degrees north and 37 degrees south. While longitude 17 degrees west and 52 degrees west. Now, let's move further and look at the 7 continents of Africa where they are found, regardless to Africa. When Africa is here, assuming when Africa is here, this is our Africa. Let me sketch a diagram of Africa, class. Now, this is a map of Africa. This is a map of Africa. This is a map of Africa, class. I want us to understand where Africa in relation to other continents in the world? One, we have Asia. Asia is to the northeast. Asia is to the northeast. So Asia is found here. Asia is found here to the northeast. So Asia is found to the northeast. Now again we have North America. Where is North America? North America is to the northwest. North America, here is North America. Here is North America. North America is to the northwest. Then we have South America is to the west. So South America is somewhere here. South America. South America is somewhere here to the west. So this is where South America is to here. Then we have Antarctica. Antarctica is to the south. Here is Antarctica. So this continent, Antarctica, is to the south. Then we also have Europe. Europe is to the north. Now Europe is now here. Europe is now here to the north. This is where Europe is. This is where Europe is. And Europe is to the where? To the north. Then we also have Australia or New Zealand. Australia or New Zealand is to the southeast. So let's indicate the position of Australia. So southeast is this side going with the compass direction. Southeast. Southeast is to this side. Australia, also known as New Zealand. So this is where the position of Africa based on the 7 continents in the world. Now, class, I want you to be very, very keen and understand this. Africa is held onto Asia by the Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. Africa is held onto Asia by the Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. Then Africa is also separated from Iberian Peninsula of Europe by the Strait of Gibraltar. So the Strait of Gibraltar is somewhere here. So Africa is separated from the Iberian Peninsula of Europe by the Strait of Gibraltar, while it is held onto Asia by the Sinai of Peninsula and the Sinai of Peninsula of Egypt. Now, Africa is also separated from the Arabian Peninsula of Asia by the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb. So these ones are very, very important, class. This is very, very important as far as this topic is concerned, because Africa is separated from the Arabian Peninsula by Strait of Bab el-Mandeb. Very, very important. It is a very, very important point to note. Now, somebody can ask, what is a peninsula? What's a peninsula, class? Who can try? Now, a peninsula is a land almost surrounded by water. A land which is almost surrounded by water, that one is called a peninsula. So a peninsula is a land almost surrounded by water. Now, Africa is joined to the Asia. You know where Asia is? Now, Asia is here. So when Asia is here, Africa is joined by Asia by isthmus of Suez Canal. The isthmus of Suez Canal is here. So this is where Africa is joined by the Asia. This is where Africa is joined by the Asia. Then the Suez Canal joins the Mediterranean to the Red Sea. It is this Suez Canal. This Suez Canal. No, Mediterranean Sea is here. This is where Mediterranean Sea. So it is where the Suez Canal joins Mediterranean Sea to the what? To the Red Sea. Red Sea is this one. The Red Sea is this one. So those are very, very points which are very, very important to note as far as this topic is concerned. Now, let's move briefly and move to capes. Let's move briefly and go to capes. Now, what's a cape? A cape is a land which is stretched to the water. Assuming this one is a water body. Assuming this one is a water body. This is a water body. Now, a land which is stretched, you find this one is a land. You find this one is a land class. Class, you find this is a land. So this land, so this one is a water body. Let's say this is a sea. Now, if there is a land, you see a land which is stretched to the water. This one is called a cape. This one is called what? A cape. Class, can you repeat? Now, this cape is a land which is stretched to the water. Now, in Africa, excuse me, we have 3 capes. We have the 3 capes, the 4 capes, which I want you to know. We have to the easterly point. You can sometimes ask the easterly point. Now, the cape which is toward the easterly point is Cape Guadafai. Cape Guadafai is somewhere next to Somalia. Cape Guadafai. So Guadafai is towards the east. We also have Cape Agulhas. Cape Agulhas is towards south. The southern part. Yes. Cape Agulhas. So this is where Cape Agulhas is found. This is Africa. We say Cape Guadafai is here. Cape Guadafai. Cape Guadafai is also known as Rastafun to the east. Then we also have another cape which is called Cape Verde. Cape Verde is towards this side. Cape Verde is towards the western side. Then we also have Cape Bon. Cape Bon is this one. So this one is the Cape Bon. So these capes are very, very important. So to the northerly point, Cape Bon. To the westerly point, Cape Verde. To the easterly point, Cape Rastafun or Cape Guadafai. One to the southerly part is Cape Agulhas. Now, class, the last bit I want us to finish before I want that is the shape of Africa. Now, we know the shape of Africa. Africa is narrow to the southern. To the southern, if you look at this Africa, this one is the map of Africa. Now, to the southern, Africa is very narrow. Africa is very narrow. Narrow means small. Narrow means very small. When you will realize that to the northern, Africa now becomes wide. It is wide to the northern. And Africa is divided into two. It is divided into two by an equator. The equator is somewhere here. Equator is somewhere here. Now this equator is 0 degrees. Equator is marked 0 degrees. Now equator divides Africa into 2 parts. That one is the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. So this one is northern hemisphere, while this one is southern hemisphere. Now, we know very well that under the northern hemisphere, we have Tropic of Cancer. We have Tropic of Cancer, which is 23 and a half degrees north. 23 and a half degrees north. Then we also have to the southern, we have Tropic of Capricorn. The Tropic of Capricorn is 23 and a half degrees south. So the shape of Africa is what we are going to continue with. next time. Now for today, class, we have learned about the position, shape, and size of Africa, and we have realized that. So we want to review whatever we've learned. We've said Africa is one of the 7 continents of the world. Now, class 7, Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. And we say Africa continent is Australia, the smallest continent is Australia and New Zealand. We also look at some of the continents in Africa, where they are found. We say Asia to the northeast, North America to the northwest, South America to the west, Antarctica to the south, Europe to the north, Australia to the north, and New Zealand to the southeast. We also look at the Sinai Peninsula, the Strait of Gibraltar, which separate Africa, which oiled Africa onto Asia by the Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. We also look at Strait of Gibraltar. Strait of Gibraltar separated from the Iberian Peninsula of Europe. We also have Strait of Bab el-Mandeb. So we say that Africa is separated by Strait of Africa from Arabian Peninsula by the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb. And we say the peninsula is a land almost surrounded by what? By water. And we looked at the capes, where we say Cape Verde to the north, Cape Guadavai to the east, Cape Agulhas to the south, Cape Verde to the west, and Cape Blanco. By the way, Cape Bon is also known as Cape Blanco. That's something that you have to know. Cape Bon is also known as Cape Blanco to the north. So that's marked the end of our lesson, class. I wish you all the best, and let's meet next time, our dear pre-candidates.